I will direct the Treasury to create a new way for working Americans to start their own retirement savings. My RA. It's a new savings bond that encourages folks to build a nest egg.
So that's President Obama tonight introducing a new kind of IRA, My RA he called it, guaranteed rate of return. We're going to talk about that and some other things now with Republican former governor of Minnesota, Tim Pawlenty, who's now CEO of the Financial Services Roundtable, joining us from Washington. Governor Pawlenty, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So let's start with that IRA. What do you think of it? Is it a gimmick or is it a good idea?
Well, I think we all should salute the idea of more people saving more money, especially for retirement. But, Jerry, we don't have enough of the details yet to know what structure this would take, whether it's going to be a government-sponsored and administrative program, kind of like Obamacare, or whether it's going to be privately run. Apparently, some more details are going to be forthcoming tomorrow when he's in Pittsburgh, and we'll have to see what he has to say about how it's structured.
Let me step back and take a broader look. When you look at the speech in its entirety, what did you find reassuring and what did you find worrisome?
Well, it really was a laundry list, a repeat laundry list of things that he's talked about in the past. And so of the 41 or so items he teed up last year in the State of the State, apparently 39 of them didn't move forward or didn't take action. So it's a good reminder of what he wants to do, but I hope now he'll focus on a smaller number of things that could actually get done, because I think the American people want to see results in action, not just speeches. But a few of the things that I liked, of course, we'd love to see tax reform, pro-growth tax reform. We'd love to see patent reform as America strives to be in the most innovative country in the world, continue to be the most innovative country in the world. We don't want to have lawsuits that get in the way that are not meritorious of innovation and reform and a proper patent system. Loved the section on natural gas and the natural gas future that we might have to further reduce energy interdependence with the Middle East and other places. So there's some good parts in there. There's some other parts that weren't so good.
Well, immigration reform, obviously that's a big item. Didn't get much space or time in the speech tonight, but it's something the business community tends to support. You've been watching this debate. What are the chances that can get done this year?
Well, for 2014, it doesn't look like the chances are high. I think the President and the Senate have proposed a comprehensive bill. The House wants to do it in pieces. And so they don't have even procedural alignment, much less substantive alignment, Jerry. I do think our system is broken. It needs to be fixed. We do need a reform, but it doesn't look like they're poised to actually do it in 2014.
And when you look at an issue like the minimum wage, is that a consensus item right now on the agenda, or does it look like one of those things that's going to be debated rather than acted upon this year?
Well, it'll be debated. In my personal view, and when I was governor, I signed a minimum wage. I also vetoed one or two. I think if you're going to have a minimum wage, you should reasonably adjust it from time to time. The question is how often and how much. And I think a reasonable case can be made that it should be adjusted from time to time. So that's something I think you could find common ground on if the president was reasonable. But going from where it is now to over $10 an hour, I think would be viewed by many members of Congress as too big of a leap.
One other big issue the president didn't really dwell on at all tonight is the debt ceiling. We're going to hit the debt ceiling sometime in about a month. The business community, your friends in the financial community in particular, have been worried about playing chicken with the debt ceiling. What does your gut tell you about the chances for getting beyond the debt ceiling crisis point with more ease this time?
I think it is going to get resolved with more ease this time, Jerry, because I don't think the Republicans have the appetite to touch that stove again and trigger a default and put the country in that kind of situation. I think they didn't come out well from that debate last time. I think they may make some rhetorical flourishes around the debt ceiling, but I don't think they have the appetite for actually going into the abyss on that issue coming up here in the next few months.
Well, we'll know soon enough, Governor Pawlenty. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.